Fuck it up. Hi there. Just a new getup. It's good, right? I know. I have to gain some weight, brother. I lost so much weight, right? So I have to gain at least 8 kg. If I gain 8 kg, my chin little bigger, my face look little good. Now it's like not that good. It's like there is no chin here. And I don't I have a good physique, honestly, but I don't have the weight gains, right? The muscle gains. I have to build that muscle, gain the muscle mass. My body mass up to at least 68 or 72. 68 to 72, then I look little big and look little good. That's it. Let's hop into the chart, and before that, I need to check the data for today. So, sorry. I need to check the data, right? So, Forex Factory, we don't have any news today. Time is 9:28. About the session about to open the New York AM session. New York AM. Let's see. Let's do some analysis, then we can play a little nice song. Okay. Let me hop into the chart. GBP, sorry, gold. Okay, boom. I wanna delete all those things, or I go to 1 hour, just starting from 1 hour. Yeah, as you can clearly see, it just keep on going higher. So yeah, man. So you can clearly see the first leg has been swept. Boom, we got that leg swept. Order flow has been changed here. Clearly get changed. Structure shift. Obviously, nice market structure shift. Not yet, but you can clearly see we created this imbalances and market structure shift. Nice displacement and swept this liquidity. And you can clearly see it's not a reversal point. There is no point of reversal. It's a clean engineered liquidity at the top and drop. So the whole swing by we can expect the price to reverse obviously to this fair value gap and internal liquidity. So obviously we can expect this area to hold because we already get the market structure shift. Internal liquidity has been swept. Market structure shift. Fair value already getting tapped and so some sort of internal liquidity. If you go and see the 4 hour time frame, which is a 4 hour fair value gap, and you can clearly see it's not it's not a reversal. It's for this move, just a pullback. You can clearly see the pullback, slow and steady pullback. And you can clearly see the equal highs at the top. So obviously we can look for buy. So the only thing we can look for buy is just if you just come to the chart and if you see this thing, this market share shift, this fair value gap, this central liquidity, obviously we look for buy here and targeting this highs. But because I am already in the market, I kind of get confused whether the price respecting that 4 hour and just drop all the way down. And no, it's not like I see how it's going to be the trend, brother. You just drop towards this low. My big manipulation candle. You can clearly see the big manipulation candle. Then nice respect out of the fair value gap and start to reverse the direction all the way towards this highs. So now we are technically inside that 4 hour fair value gap. Yeah. And if I want to show one more stuff, which is right here, from this high to this low, where we are at the 25 DRT. I have to wait and see what is going to happen around that 25 DRT. If that 25 DRT has been break, so technically we can expect the price to the next level of which is supposed to be this level. So if that 25 has been break, then most probably we could expect the price to this range. If it's getting rejected or just fake out, did some fake out thing, then we can expect the price to this and next liquidity to the downside, which should be this something like that. So now we are inside that 4 hour and the market is literally bullish. Like as of now, it's like it's going up, right? So that's why I mentioned that bullish name, but the overall trend is obviously bearish. There is no point of talking about bullish. Just a retracement for the swing. So we going to 1 hour and you can clearly see the really good reversal point. break of structure in 1 hour, get a really nice pullback, we wait for the price come back to this level. So for this range, if I just take this range, it will be a 75 DRT for sure. Yes, of course it's a 75 DRT. So this is where the price exactly reverse. We already give the market share issue. We already engineered the liquidity here. It's really good pullback. There is no inefficiency inside the range. They can clearly see that internal liquidity as soon as it's get tapped, we got this inversion, take that liquidity. So we are just really good at this thing, right? Yeah. So all good. Now we moving to 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, as you can clearly see this thing. So this is the swing that goes all the way up, pull back to the spot. So this is where we got the so some sort of high has been broke, lead us to that spot. We got the fair value gap plus the 50 percentage level. Then as soon as price reaches that spot, we get the really good displacement, pull back to that 75 DRT. Then we take 1 and 2 and 3. All liquidity has been taken. Then it's give the retracement before it's moving higher, moving further to the 25 DRT. Yeah, we can call it that way, or else before it's moving higher, it's kind of pull back accumulated for a while, then it's drop, 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 drop. Like the accumulation, this manipulation happened here. It's kind of like you can clearly see there is no liquidity, so nothing, there is nothing, but it's great, greatest because the why this is happening because it wants to go lower and hunt all this liquidity, which is nothing but the New York AM low. So this is the New York AM low. So the New York AM low has been taken, combined with this big fair value gap. And for this range, this is a clean 75 DRT. So as soon as we identified this kind of pattern in 75 DRT, we can enter the trade because we catch that trade in a really cheap price. This is already this is already printed the model. It's going to go higher. So so the thing is, this is a ground liquidity. So price for the same price give the really cheap price, which is to this spot. Here we get this kind of really good reversal candle, right? Really good reversal candle. Then just keep on going higher and higher and higher. And higher. The whole night is going to be like bullish. The whole night is going to be bullish. So this is where I exactly shot yesterday, but unfortunately, this is very short. I target this, but unfortunately, it stopped me out and moved to me. That's kind of sucks, right? So what we are saying now, we take this high, and we are inside the 4 over 5 alley gap. If we just take this stuff from this side to this low, we are at that 75 DRT. Yeah. So if we just take this swing high, because this is the breakup structure, if we take this stuff, we are at the breaker plus 75 DRT. And for the whole range, we are at 25 DRT. Let me see what is going to happen. If it's break and this space, we can expect the price to this level. If it's not, we can expect the price to a mean reversal. Yep. Accumulation, manipulation. Let's wait for the price placement or something like that. Okay. Nice accumulation for a while, like around 5:30 till 8:30, it's accumulated in the same spot and holding out of this gap. After this high, after this high, it's accumulated for a while, holding out of this gap. Trade higher. Let me show you what's going to happen next. Directly there. Mm, mm, mm. Fair value gap, accumulation, manipulation. We got let us see what you're seeing here. And then distributions. Not so far. Combination, manipulation, organization, workshops, again going back to the final again, because inversion, so obviously they're dropping down. Obviously they're dropping down, but what's the reason why I'm going to go for sell here? So anything significant I can find it out. So there is a 9 o'clock, 8 to 9 to 9, 9 o'clock and opens, manipulation higher, drops lower, we got this inefficiency, for this case we got this inefficiency, oh my goodness. How should I just mistakes? The medium is can get really good draw, you get the signal efficiency with this innovation. This is not the tab, right? Not the tab. It goes all the way to its spot, we start dropping down, the accumulation, manipulation, it cancels accumulation, manipulation drops down, going, to back. Emotion and going back, constructing this level. We get the break, with our respect, we get this emotion, we can enter here, put the stop at the high, targeting opposite liquidities. It's not a solid thing, right? It's not a solid one. It's a daily level. Oh, oh, really good draw. And yesterday it's close here, right? So it's open up the bearish fair value gap. Previous day high has been taken. We are inside the daily fair value gap. We tap the breaker. So it's a good place for sell, honestly. And is there anything else? Sessions. So this is a Asian session. This is where I expect the price to drop, but it's manipulated a bit and then it's dropped. This is what I expected. Take these lows before it's going higher. Yeah, it's a good rally towards upside. Take this side, good rally. Take this side, take this side. Consolidation, manipulation. Uh, After taking this high, it's consolidated for a while. Then it's 8:42, 9 o'clock. It's a really good drop. It's a really good drop. I don't know what it is. Combination drop. Wait. But I just want to see what's going on. I don't have the proper. As of now, price took all these highs. So here it's respected and go all the way up, take these highs. And this every high has been taken and it's accumulated for a while and it just started drops down. And you can clearly see we are out of that. We are reacting out of that 1 hour fair value gap plus, sorry, 4 hour plus daily fair value gap. I just want to see any significant price action so I can look for some sort of short and targeting lower prices. If it's the lower prices, I would short at least this part. This would be my first target because for this whole expansion, this is where I expect the equilibrium could be to 60. So we can expect the first execution, first target should be that. But I need to make sure whether the price come generally reverse or not. Right after this huge like explore higher, take all these highs, and react what happened. I can mark this nice reaction, swept all these highs, swept all these highs, here you got that inversion, reconstruction, swept one more time. This manipulation leg, real manipulation leg. You got this inversion, pullback, then drops. So obviously, yeah, they are looking for sell, right? Okay. Why we are looking for sell? We are inside the daily final gap. We are took all these highs for our five hourly gap. We got a really good accumulation manipulation and trying to give the distribution to the downside, but it not yet. But you can clearly see accumulation, the last five hourly gap, clearly hold the price, go all the way up, take all the highs, and it drops down, trade back, and drop down. It's kind of still doing the same thing. Just wait and see what is going to happen. So this is the high to low which is marked. This is our 75 DRT. This is the place where I can look for short and target all these liquidities like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or else if I want to go for buy, if it's break the high, if it's genuinely break the high and pumping out of these levels, most probably we could expect the price to take these highs, and there's a 50 DRT. This is a 25 DRT. If it breaks, then it's gonna be a little different. I just want to see what's going on. In 1 hour, I don't find anything so clearly. Mhm, 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 mhm. Why it's not a accumulation, manipulation to this care. We had a really good break, big displacement. Holy fuck, it's going to go higher, bro. We messed it up again. If you see from this perspective, accumulation, manipulation, expected big displacement rate, and then around the good 3 minutes, 5 minutes here, displacement rate, and again, make it higher. Really good. Reacting out of this gap, okay. Reacting out of this gap, accumulation, so take this liquidity, focus structure, let this close down, pull back, and draw one more time. Now let's really start to pushing higher. Let me see. What about this? So unless and until it gets flipped, I cannot go for sell. I need to look for buy because you can clearly see that after this huge accumulation price drops lower, take this low, holding out of this gap. Get a great, get nice displacement. And this low has been protected. You can clearly see the pullback, boom, try to take the high drop one more time. Now is use the breakup structure to the upside, use the fair value gap. So inside the range, I need to be bullish, I need to target this, and I need to target higher prices unless and until market needs to think bearish. Okay, be patient.
This is my favorite song right here. All right. Every morning, your brain gives you this rare window to rewire who you are. But most people waste it by scrolling or stressing out or hitting the snooze button on their potential. But these five different thoughts repeated every single morning could anchor your mindset, can shut down your self doubt, it can guide you kind of like a compass would through the chaos of your day. And what I'm going to teach you isn't toxic positivity or woo woo fluff. What I'm going to teach you is ancient Stoic philosophy and wisdom backed by modern neuroscience. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed or lost or like you're just living on autopilot, this episode is designed to be your wake up call because the way that you start your morning is the way that you shape your entire life. Now, why do you want to do this in the morning versus the afternoon or before you go to bed? Well, neurologically, the morning is the best time to access your subconscious because your brain is in a more suggestible state. Right after you wake up, your mind moves through alpha and theta brainwaves. And this is the same relaxed receptive frequencies that are used in hypnosis and also deep meditation. So, in this state, the critical analytical part of your brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex, hasn't even really fully kicked in yet. And so, suggestions and affirmations, the way that you speak to yourself, bypass the resistance of your prefrontal cortex and go straight into your subconscious. Think of it like this: your subconscious door is just slightly open a little bit more in the morning. So, what you feed into your subconscious will sink deeper and stick longer, which is why repeating these phrases and repeating empowering beliefs and visualizing your goals and doing mindset priming first thing can actually rewire your thought patterns much faster than you'll get any other time of the day. Also, the important part of this is that neurologically, your cortisol levels, which are your stress hormones, naturally spike in the morning, which sounds like a bad thing. Logically, it's not. It makes it more natural of a window for your focus and neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is your brain actually changing itself. So combine all of that with intention, and you're literally reprogramming your brain before you go out into the world every single day. The bottom line is if you want to shape your inner narrative, your morning is absolutely your golden hour. So make sure you use your morning to prime your brain into who you want to be and what you want to believe. Okay. So what we're going to take is Stoic philosophy. And what is Stoicism? What I'm going to teach you today is based in the, like I said, Stoic philosophy, but also neurology. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches you how to stay grounded, how to stay calm, how to stay clear, no matter what life throws at you. And it's not about suppressing emotions or pretending like everything's okay when your house is on fire. It's about mastering your inner world so that you can live and lead your life with purpose. Think of it as building your mental armor for a chaotic world. Okay. So these are the five different things you want to tell yourself. And this is the reason why each one of them is important. Okay. Number one is today I will meet resistance, and that's not a problem. I welcome it. This came from Marcus Aurelius in his book Meditation, which is his actual personal journal to himself. When he says, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, and jealous. That is okay. What Marcus Aurelius was doing here, he wasn't trying to be a buzzkill, be like, oh, I'm going to meet shitty people all day. What he was doing was he was basically giving us a shield by expecting that today would be difficult in some sort of way. We don't need to spiral when life gets messy. I know that when I go out into my day, when I leave my bed, there will be some sort of resistance. Things will get hard. That's okay. I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to welcome it, and I'm going to work through it. Hey, to the 65.6% of you who watch my videos but are not subscribed, yes,
Hmm. One thing, order flow is currently bullish. The reason for me to say is after this huge accumulation, price drops lower. Take these lows, and you can clearly see we are respecting out of this fair value gap and still 15-minute fair value gap holding the price. And next, what happened is we are getting out of this break and really good displacement to the upside, take all these highs. Then we get a sharp decline. There is no reversal point here. I cannot say this is a reversal. And yeah, I cannot say this is the reversal or something like that. I'm just waiting to see what is happening. It's a really good pullback to this break. You can clearly see this is where it's break the last value that hold the price. This is where it's break the high. So obvious breakout structure is the last series of plan that has been broken here. So as you can clearly see after this really good breakout structure, it's drop all the way down. There is no reversal. There is nothing. It's just a pullback from 9 o'clock. Just give the deep pullback to this level. Then it start to pump up and take this drop slow. But I from the very first view, I failed to watch this thing because this is the manipulation right there. But I instead of watching this, I consider this as the manipulation and expecting some lower basis. The because of the reason why I go all the way down to that stage, why I think that perspective because it's took a lot of buy side liquidities. So the session high has been taken, like inside the 4 hour fair value gap and daily fair value gap, and it's took the buy side liquidity. So I thought this is going to be the manipulation. That's the reason why I kind of looking towards bearish when I get this kind of inversions. When I get this kind of inversion, I'm looking to see bearish. I'm about to enter here. I kind of why not? I cannot enter because it seems really good. Let's take all the highs, let's give the inversion. But the major thing which supposed to happen is not the breakout structure. It doesn't have a breakout structure. The breakout structure happening from this side, not from this side. And this leg, nothing is there, just a pullback to this break. This is in 1 minute, right? And it's trying to trade back higher. There is nothing here, so we can obviously expect this side to take. So it's trying to trade back higher, but failed to reach that spot. But instead of that, we already give the market structure shift low, high, low, market structure shift, boom. Fail to take that high. Instead, it's consolidate a bit, drop lower, fail to breach this low because it's again a market structure shift. So it's failed to breach this low. Instead of that, it's inverted this candle. Got it? Inverted what the last earlier that hold the price has been inverted with this breakout structure with nice, really good displacement. So obviously this high has been taken. So now we are sitting inside the range and watching what's going to happen here. If the price drops down and again gives some sort of inversion, I would go for long and targeting higher prices. So I'm going to be bullish for the rate. Yes, according to this narrative, I'm going to be bullish. I'm going to expect higher prices. If the price inverted this, then the gain might be different. Then then the game might be different. This would be the first leg. This would be the second leg. This would be the inversion rate of structure. We can expect lower price at least to this point. If it flips, we can expect all the way down. So right now I'm in under the confusion where the price is expanding towards. I'm not sure. I'm not confident enough to see where it's going. I'm just watching the price. Got it? So the major mistake which I made for the day is this is that accumulation. So 840 it's accumulated lower. And after this low has been taken, we can clearly see the efficient inversions V-shaped recovery, right? V-shaped recovery. This is called V-shape. V-shaped recovery, boom, 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 recovery, we get the market structure shift, hit all the way up, take all these highs. After this explosion candles, it start to give some pullback to this spot. It's not even reaching this low head, right? So inside the 15 minute earlier, we get the market structure with big displacement pullback, boom, pullback, right? So 25 has been break in 1 minute and latest the 25 and it just start to trade back higher. So what I can expect? Obviously to this spot. So how can I engage in the trade? I need to wait for the price to come back here. If it gives a reversal, if it gives some signal for me to engage in the buy side, I can go for it. But it's a premium. How can I buy something around this high and target this? That's could be because this is where the 25 has been broke. 25 has been broke, and we can clearly see that bullish value has been respecting. And break it start to explode higher. So there is no point of thinking too much. Let me see, let me watch, let me focus on what I'm doing. Let me think clearly. We are at 1 minute. Let's move to 5 minutes, 15 minutes. What's going on right now? After this push, and we already got that market structure share pull back, right? Market structure share pull back, internal taken, inversion, break, nice displacement. And after this high has been taken, we created this inefficiency. It's consolidated bit and drops. We can clearly see it's holding the price. Not. It's not volatile. It failed to flip. Instead, it's a big displacement to the upside and explores above these highs. Like this is the break. And we can clearly see that respect. Boom, 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 boom. Nice respects. So fine. I told you, right? I told you. This is a really good buy. As soon as it gets inverted, we should go for long here around 942. Stop should comes here and we can clearly catch these moves. But unfortunately, I couldn't able to do that. So 5 minutes. The fire value will remain unfilled, so there is no point for me to think about bullish. But the only thing which stood out for me is this break. That 25 has been break successfully for the whole range. That 25 has been broke here, successfully broke here. And yeah, let's see what is going to happen. Can't think too much. Very first inversion of the trend. Yes.
That's okay. I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to welcome it and I'm going to work through it. Hey, to the 65.6% of you who watch my videos but are not subscribed, yes, we see it. And if you've ever learned anything from any of the videos I put out, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel grow and it helps me keep making more content to help you grow as well. So with that, let's go back to the show. The reason why this is important is because things are going to happen in your life. Like the rude email, it's going to come through. It's not a personal attack. It's just a part of the game. If your kid is losing it at breakfast, that's not about you. If you're jumping on the scale right after you get out of bed and it's still not moving, it's not a verdict of your self-worth or any of that. And science backs this viewpoint up. In 2003, there was a study by a psychologist named Shelley Taylor who introduced the idea of what's called stress manipulation. When we anticipate stress or we anticipate something being harder, our brains regulate better under pressure versus being like caught off guard. And so what happens is it actually reduces cortisol spikes, which is your stress hormone, and keeps your amygdala, which is your panic center of your brain, from hijacking your thinking. And so you're understanding that, hey, I might go into my day. There might be resistance. There might be obstacles. That's okay. I expected it was going to be this way and I welcome it. Versus like, oh my God, shit's hitting the fan. Now I'm going crazy. The kids are going crazy. I'm completely knocked off my day. It's like, no, I might leave my bedroom and stuff might happen that might be crazy today. I'm okay with it. Fan, now I'm going crazy. The kids are going crazy. I'm completely knocked off my day. It's like, no, I might leave my bedroom and stuff.
I might. in my bedroom,
Might happen. That might
stuff might happen. Stuff might happen. So I want to make sure where the market expanding to it. That's a key point. That's a very important point. How can I setting that most? Before when I'm trying to set this, there are two things. So that's first the breaking closer border 2048 has been breaking closer to. So obviously we could expect that rate go higher. So I need to be bullish, but I don't know where I can get good in that. It's all good, bro. My read was not that great. My read was not that great, so obviously the trade was missed right here. This is supposed to be my entry, or else I should wait for the pullback to this fair value gap. No, both not has been happened. I even marked out the 3 minute and 5 minutes. Both not has been tabbed. It's just to become a breakaway gap and just go all the way up. And this is where I get the 25 break. Is the whole range. This is where I got my 25 got break, and this is where it gives some sort of 25 got break, and it created this gap after this high. And you can clearly see the nice respect and they start to trade back higher. But I don't want to enter this kind of trade because I don't want to do this kind of things. But the thing is 25 break, pull back to the 25 and just trade back higher. This is a really good thing, but I don't want to do it. But if that's the case, if I entered here and my stop loss comes to this spot, and I expected this low should be a breakaway gap, but I'm not comfortable doing that, so I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Even though I have this fair value gap, so I didn't do it. I missed the move comfortably, and I expect the price to reach this high, this and this highs. I know we are sorry trading inside this 5 minutes gap. We are trading inside this 5 minutes. So let's see what is going to happen. I'm not too, yeah, expecting this value. We have like displacement drop down. We are inside this 3 minutes. Let me see what is going to happen now. Inversion break, nice displacement drop. So you can clearly see that, right? So 15 minutes from the 15 minutes perspective, the thing which I read wrong is price already bullish. Pull back and look at this where we got a really good displacement. As soon as it's take and as soon as it's cleared out this high, we created a recently formed fair value gap, which is very important for me in my perspective, and we can target this high if you are bullish. And if it's turned out to be a bearish model like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We get the distribution to the low and created a fair value gap. Then we can look for short. At least this area should be the first target, and this that was my idea. So I thought like accumulation and I consider it as a manipulation, but actually the manipulation is this. Accumulation, it's take these liquidities and it's created a really good fair value, clearly get respected and get a really good breakout structure with a nice displacement. There is no fair value created, that's a major drawback because the next candle instantly draw all the way down and rejecting out of this fair value. Sorry, to this area. You can clearly see there is a lost candles which break and displaced here, and you can clearly see how beautiful it's respected and give the 1 minute inversion, 3 minute inversion, 10 minute inversion towards upside. Everything is so good, but the only thing which holds me back is we are still inside the 4 hour gap, we are still inside the daily fair value gap. So that's why I'm not willing to go for any sort of sell entry, sorry, buy entry. I didn't hesitated to do that because it's already take out all the liquidity. So I'm not sure how far it's gonna go. So that's why I'm not entering this trade, honestly. So it's a really good accumulator. And later I realized one thing after this expansion, I understand why the price trying to expand higher. What's the reason? Then I identified, oh, okay, fine. If this is where it break the high and recently found the fair value gap, you can clearly see the clean accumulation. This is the manipulation, not this. This is expansion mode, distribution mode. This is the manipulation, and this is where you get the market structure with really good distribution, and then it's pull back to that original breakup structure to this, whatever it is, to the original breakup structure. You can clearly see the body stay above this breaker and really respecting this level. And if you go to lower time frame, you got the 5 minute fair value gap, which got disrespected with this breakup structure and pull back. For this low to this side, price pull back to the 75 DRT and it start to print a really good model in 1 minute. I can show that. So liquidity taken, respecting this fair value gap, we got the market structure shift, the last value of that holding the price got break and ran through it, pull back to that 75 DRT, back to the 75 DRT where we got the original inversions. And you can clearly see low, high, low, break and accumulated for a while and drops lower. So as soon as the market opens, it drops lower. Fail to take the high, instead it gives that inversion here. But my read was from the different perspective. I consider this as the manipulation leg. I consider this as inversion. I consider the price rebalance for this first inversion, and we got this inversion, so we can go for short and target. That's what I initially thought. That's why I couldn't able to recognize the buy model. But we are bouncing out of the 15 minutes. We give the market structure shift. We give the really good displacement to the upside. We already expect all these lows. So there is no market structure shift to the downside. So for me to go for sell, so there is nothing for me. There is no for this swing. This is just a pullback. There is not an inversion. It's a pullback to this breaker, and as you can clearly see, it's just give the market structure shift to the upside again. There is no market shift to the downside. Proper low high and breakup structure pullback. This has been respected, like this low has been protected, and this is where the last value that respect the price has been break and ran through here. So I'm expecting the value up to rebalance here, rejecting out of this and trying to pump up so I can catch this more. As soon as it take this high, I can break it, right? So that's what I planned. I expect this to do something for me to go for an entry, but it's unfortunately remain as a breakaway gap. So I couldn't be able to do anything. I said doing nothing here. So that's okay. I'm not execute any trade. This is the only trade. I missed it and I'm very comfortable going with no trade, zero trade. So I will come Monday and we'll do the trading again. All good. Let's see. So if I go to 3 minute, yeah, same bro. It's last Friday that hold the price. We got the market, like very first market shift. This is the last series of candle break. And you can clearly see this is the clean last parallel that hold the break with ran through. And this is nothing, right? If you can clearly see that this is just a pullback for this swing, just a pullback for this swing to this break. And I can clearly see this inversion. As soon as price drop to this area, we can clearly see this inversion. We get a clearly good inversion with a really good displacement. So we inverted this fair value gaps and we get a really good displacement. And I spend some time for a while, like one, two, three, four, and then it drops down. Fail to break this low because it's already swept. So this low getting protected. And again, we get a inversion to the upside. In 3 minutes, there is no gaps here, but in 1 minute, we do have a gap. And in 5 minutes, we do have a gap here. You clearly see. So you can clearly see the displacement out of this gap. And you can clearly see that this is the breaker. And you can consider this the last candle for the swing. This should be the breaker according to the lower time frame. So this is where we can call it as a break, but actual break is this is the breakup structure. Please drop all the way down. You can clearly see the respect. Good push, drop down, and you can clearly see that as soon as the market open at 9:30, 9:30 to 9:35, it drops lower. Where to base this low, instead we get a really good emotion. We break and close above all these sides. So this is where you can enter, or else the next candle as soon as comes, or else the next candle once it tap this highs, we can enter. I mark this IVAL gap expecting the next candle to drop and tap and then it's go higher, but it's not happened. So I couldn't able to catch this. Oh, that's it. So this high hasn't been taken. We got a really big inversion plus IVAL gap. So I expect this to get filled right. There's nothing wrong with me missing this trade because I'm just waiting for some confidence. So that's where if it tap and it's rejecting out of this, I didn't take. Then I didn't take the trade. Then it's probably going to be a problem. Now it's not a problem at all. It's good. It's a good. No worries. The displacement pull back, boom, boom, boom. Nice displacement to the upside, and now it's kind of consolidating a bit. This is the best. Next sell side liquidity. Sorry, buy side liquidity. Honestly, mm, yeah, inversion rate nice close. We can enter either here or else here. As soon as identify the breakout structure, you can enter here, but mostly we wait for that fair value gap get tapped. We can mostly wait for this area to fill, this area to get filled, and we expect this area should get protected, but nothing happened, so can't do anything about that, bro, honestly. So, indecision, so nothing, just leave it as a gateway and just go. Okay, nothing. So this is the part I missed as a So the one more thing, the only we have the breaker structure from the left side, like from bouncing out the already market bullish, we bouncing out of this 15 minutes plus backup breakup structure plus this motion. So for this swing, unless or until this swing completely get filed, I cannot go bearish. Understand that I cannot go bearish, and there is no breakup structure here, and there is no breakup structure here. So for this swing, it's just a pullback and trade back, and we get a breakup structure here. There is nothing here for me to look for some sort of sell here. So we genuinely don't have anything to go for sell, bro. Just because the price drops down doesn't mean I can go for sell. What I have, you have to take this high. What I have here, or this thing it rebalance to the breaker and it's created by fire. And try to trade back lower, but fail to. It's already swept this internal, so it's failed to reach the low. Instead, it's break the high. Obviously, it's going to go this high, and if it's break and displaced, obviously we could expect the higher prices. If it wants to be a lower, if it wants to be a bearish price action today, probably I would expect this fee and this inversion and this big displacement would set the stage for the bearish price action, but that was not happened. So there is no point of thinking about bearish, brother. It should be bullish day. Okay, all good. I think you get my point. And